Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy SonTj. I know, where's the Attack on Titan ending review? Where's the Dragon Ball Super review? Hell, where's the My Hero? Look, been busy. But I want to talk about the Mortal Kombat 2021 movie. Now, my expectations were, kind of mid. You know what I mean? Like, again, I'm a big fan of Mortal Kombat lore. Like, I know all about Mortal Kombat. I played all the Mortal Kombat games. Even the Sub-Zero one. I pretty much watched all the lore, read all the lore. Loved the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie. I even like the Annihilation movie as a guilty pleasure. Liu Kang's my favorite character. I'm just a big fan of Mortal Kombat. I think I made a rant recently, well, not recently, last year, talking about the Mortal Kombat 11 DLC and how I treat his characters, and overall, I just didn't really like the character assassinations, right? Now, this review, I'm going to be fair, but it's going to be spoilers. I'm just going to talk about some of the disappointments and things I loved and the many disappointments I had. Now, again, this is a video game movie, right? You're not supposed to come here thinking you're going to get an Oscar, right? But also, I'm not one of those people who watch Godzilla vs. Kong and talking about, and the whole point of the movie is about, those two giant CGI characters fighting, right? But in Mortal Kombat, unlike Street Fighter, unlike a lot of different ones, it has a lot more lore with its fighting, right? I think the closest thing you could say is maybe Tekken with the whole Devil Gene thing. But in Mortal Kombat, it's all about its characters, the coolness around them, and overall, just the fulfilling destiny and everything like that. And while I was watching the movie, I kind of did a live tweet just talk about my thoughts. If you want to follow my Twitter, is the same as my YouTube channel, xXSonTjXx. You can just see my thoughts. But so yeah, this movie is not about Mortal Kombat the tournament. It's more of a setup for a cinematic universe. They're trying to pull MCU, right? And let me know if you want me to talk about Captain America and the Winter Soldier. I mean Falcon and Winter Soldier. If you want me to do a full review, I already have a list planned out for that, so stay tuned. But yeah, it's not about the tournament at all. It's more of just a setup the film, right? Now you can say all you want to about the 1995 movie and it sets up for the sequel with the whole Shao Kahn reveal. It still felt like a movie on its own, right? You can still watch it on its own. This movie just feels incomplete. The fight scenes are really good, but edited terribly. I don't understand how it just seems like everything is so it'll be an emotional moment. They just cut so quickly. Just sit on it just a little bit longer. A lot of this stuff it just cuts so quickly. You know what I mean? I think the editing is kind of meh. The fight scenes are great. Again, the guy who plays Sub-Zero, the guy who plays Scorpion, they're all fantastic. All these people who are playing these characters are fantastic martial artists for the most part. It's just the editing makes it look bad. It'll be one good scene, then a character goes from standing like this, then they cut and the character's standing like this. I don't know, maybe I'm being nitpicky, but I noticed that a lot of these fight sequences, right? Now, I want to talk about the actors. Sub-Zero, perfect casting. Kano, perfect casting. Scorpion, perfect casting. Liu Kang, perfect casting. Kung Lao, perfect casting. I already said Kano. Sonya, perfect casting. Jax, listen, I've seen the guy who plays Jax in I think a lot of Tyler Perry movies and some other stuff. He's decent, but homie, he doesn't have voice consistency. There's sometimes where he uses normal voice, and other times yeah, I'm Jax. He can't maintain that voice, so he be fluctuating a little bit, right? And look, I want to talk about some other stuff, but there's some people that are on Shang Tsung's side that doesn't need to be in this movie. There's some characters where they're just put there to get killed, and unless they're bringing them back, because I think the movie kind of hints that they can bring back people, because that's in Mortal Kombat, people die and come back all the time, but some characters didn't even need to be in here, bro. They were just wasted. Some characters felt like they were parodies of their Mortal Kombat 11 incarnations. Raiden, in all honesty, was terrible. He looked cool, but everything he was saying felt like it was ADR. They had to put, I don't know what the problem was with that actor, but everything he was saying felt like it was an old Kung Fu clip. None of his words matched his lip syncing, bro. I don't know how they messed it up. Again, the best thing about this movie, right? If you want to compare it to a 1995 movie or whatever, everyone has their powers, right? Granted, they use some type of weird gimmick where there's like a marking for you have your powers. In the games and just an overall story, they just have their powers because, you know, they have them. There's no weird, you got to kill someone and you unlock something. There's none of that, right? But yeah, that's the gimmick. And the new character, Cole Young, honesty, he's just a character to stroke off the scorpion thing more. Like, that's all I can say there without spoiling anything. Like, it's been a new movement, like post like NetherRealms to make Scorpion and Sub-Zero way more important than they really were in the original lore. Again, it was important, but yeah, that's the thing. I'm getting close to talking about spoilers, so give me a sec. But yeah, Cole Young really wasn't needed, bro. And why is my timer going on? My apologies. That's my time to eat a little bit. But yeah, so yeah, man. Overall, again, I just think a lot of characters was wasted overall. I love the powers though. The powers are all accurate. Kano's amazing. I just don't really. I wish this movie was a more satisfying movie on its own than just the whole we're setting up for multiverse things. You got to make a satisfying movie first before you start doing all this extra stuff, right? So I would say just the editing wasn't that great. The fight scenes are good just when the editing doesn't get in the way. A lot of characters just blatantly wasted unless they bring them back in the next film through, you know, Mortal Kombat shenanigans. I'm just like, why? So overall, you want to know my non-spoiler review, I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. I think I prefer the 1995 movie more because it's a more satisfying story, but this movie does a lot better with accurate, like, just lore dropping, because they drop so much like random lore, random Easter eggs just out of nowhere. I'm just like, that's cool, but I want an interesting story. So yeah, I would say like a 6 out of 10 to 7 out of 10 maybe. I feel like a 6 out of 10 just because I'm a fan, and maybe you don't care too much, you're probably rated higher, but I'm a big fan of the show. So again, let's talk about the spoilers here. I feel bad for Kung Lao fans. I've said it. Kung Lao has been screwed over ever since post NetherRealms. This character gets killed off in the dumbest way possible. It's like, I know what they're trying to do, right? Because again, I'm a Liu Kang. Like, Liu Kang's my favorite character, right? And they've been trying to figure out ways to make the character interesting ever since he won the first 4 Mortal Kombat games, right? After Deadly Alliance, they killed him off and made him a zombie for some dumbass reason. And they was trying to find a main character ever since. They tried it with Kung Lao, didn't work. They tried it with Kenshi, didn't work. And they tried it with like Taven in Mortal Kombat, Armageddon, didn't work. And it went back to the MK9, still killed him. And then they killed Kung Lao. And then in these, like, I think in like the DC animated movie they made recently, Liu Kang is also nerfed, and like he can't even stop Goro. And yet in this movie, right, they have the whole lore of the great Kung Lao, and he beat Shang Tsung, but he got beat by Goro. Then Cole Young unlocking his powers just solos Goro. So is he just better than the great Kung Lao? But he couldn't handle Melina. Like, just like, you know, I'm a power scaler. You know, I notice these things. And in this, I don't mind the change where like Kung Lao is kind of like the quote-unquote false chosen one, and he dies, and it gives Liu Kang to become the real chosen one. Don't mind that at all. But if you're going to make Kung Lao really cool, right? He's doing his hat teleporting. He just gets killed instantly just because, like, and Liu Kang's like, without Kung Lao, we've lost. I'm like, nigga, you the chosen one. But I guess, you know, they're trying to change all that. You know, Liu Kang's being pumped by Sub-Zero, being pumped by Cabal for a lot of it. And he just doesn't look like that Liu Kang does not look like he can beat Goro, Shang Tsung, or anybody. He just doesn't look it. And also, let's talk about Raiden. Screw the ADR stuff. Raiden's just an asshole in this movie. Like, in every incarnation of Raiden, like post the whole NRS thing, they've been making this guy more of like, less of a chill person to talk to and more of like a dick, man. Like, why does Raiden sound so stiff? He has no chemistry, no swag with him. He's just, you are disappointments. These are my champions. Like, Raiden's not like this, bro. Like, Raiden's not like this. Cole Young, he just to stroke off the Scorpion thing. Like, they've been trying to make Scorpion way more important than he really is. Granted, look, we all know the story, right? We all know he gets murdered, he becomes Scorpion, blah, blah. But Why is Scorpion and Sub-Zero higher in the pedestal? Like, Liu Kang and Kung Lao should be able to beat these guys. Yet, like, how you gonna talk about without Kung Lao we're worthless when Kung Lao couldn't even fight Sub-Zero? He saved Liu Kang from Sub-Zero. It's just they're trying to make certain characters more important than they really are. I just think it's based off how important the actors are, because the actor who plays Sub-Zero is amazing, right? Cabal is just a parody of MK11 Cabal. Just you know, cracking jokes, spitting out lore for no goddamn reason. Like, I don't know. Jax, that was spoiled in every trailer about how he lost his arms, and he just gains like robotic arms through the whole curse mark thing or whatever. And apparently Sonya Blade was pretty good. I forgot to mention Sonya Blade. Sonya Blade was pretty cool. But like, she was like really interested in trying to gain the mark to earn her powers. And oh my god, speaking of wasted potential, why was Melina in this? Like, Melina didn't really have any dialogues talking about you didn't have the blood of the chosen one. So I'm thinking, is she talking about Liu Kang? But apparently in this movie, Liu Kang is not the chosen one. I don't know. Like, again, I don't know if they like Liu Kang, because in MK11 they did him justice. In MK9, you know, they did him dirty with the whole he just dies thing. In MK X, he was just a zombie or not a zombie or whatever. Just a zombie for the most of the movie, most of the game. Yeah, Melina didn't have to be in here, bro. Like, she had like one moment where she had her iconic mouth thing and she dies instantly. I don't blame the Melina fans for being mad. No death threats or none of that bullshit. But like, come on, bro. Like, and then at the end of the movie, after Cole Young dominates Goro, he's the main guy who's beating Sub-Zero, by the way. Scorpion's not even in this movie like that. And he just talked about protect my bloodline. And Cole Young becomes like Captain America. Like, this is everything we feared that was going to happen with this new character. He starts leading the team, talking about we can't give up. Like, nigga, this is Liu Kang's thing to talk about don't give up. Like, Cole Young is just, he didn't need to be in this, bro. You could have gave a lot of that character development to, like, we don't care about this nigga's family. Like, look, maybe because I'm a Liu Kang fan or whatever, but none of it was needed. And they just hint to Johnny Cage at the end because they knew fans was complaining about that too much, because you didn't need this character. He could have literally been Johnny Cage. Cole Young was wasted slot. And the lizard, Reptile was just murked. Melina was just murked. Cabal was just murked. Like, again, Mortal Kombat, it is death and fatalities and all that, but it's not Game of Thrones. You just don't waste iconic characters like Kung Lao, like Melina, and all this stuff, and there's no thing to it, man. It just died. And I think it's hinting at the end, because Shang Tsung said death is just a thing, and we can always bring him back, because the aura takes over Sub-Zero Bihan, so I'm guessing he might turn a new Cybot. And then Goro, I guess he's going to come back, because again, they need to give Liu Kang some power-ups. They really want to continue the story that they had in the original 3 games, and the original like timeline, the new timeline. Liu Kang needs to stop being a bee, bro. Like, Liu Kang, he has the flames, he did the bicycle kick, he did a dragon fire, but like, bro, he could take on anyone, bro. Like, and Sonya just one-shots Melina. Like, and they had Katana's fan in the actual temple, but they don't mention that Melina looks just like Katana. So, I don't know if it satisfies the fans like that. I think it satisfies the casuals who likes like, oh yeah, Liu Kang got fire. Oh yeah, Kung Lao can teleport. Oh yeah, Jax got robot arms, so he can shoot beams. But outside of that, like, Raiden's just a dick. Liu Kang is weird. Like, Liu Kang, don't get me wrong, he is like, you know, a Boy Scout, but he's charismatic. He's not just, you know, yeah, I was an orphan, you know, Kung Lao's that guy. I'm not that guy. Like, no. Yeah, so, yeah, that's why I give it a 6 out of 10. Like, of course, I like that Liu Kang has fireballs. I like that he's doing bicycle because I like he has a fucking dragon. That's all cool, but like, what's the point when you're just killing off big characters? Like, even, like, you can say all you want about the 1995 movie, but even when they beat Scorpion, they beat Sub-Zero and all that, they still make sure to satisfy the characters of Johnny Cage, Liu Kang, Sonya Blade. All those characters had something satisfying. This, I don't see anything satisfying. What, fucking, I'm sorry I'm cursing so much, but like freaking, the new character, he gets a satisfying ending with Scorpion, who just shows up just to have all his fight scenes be in the trailer. So yeah, didn't come into too much expectations. I like some of the fight scenes with regardless of the bad editing. but just not my cup of tea overall. I am sorry. Really wanted to like this film. Just lackluster in my personal opinion. Maybe in the next film we'll focus on like Liu Kang, actually build that character up so he actually can live up to whatever. Maybe we can bring back Kung Lao. Like, why? Like, why does he have to die in the dumbest ways in every freaking incarnation? Like, I'm not even the biggest fan of Kung Lao. I like Kung Lao. I just think they make him too much of like a jealous guy, and now they actually make him like a false chosen one, and they kill him off. And Shang Tsung got no cares, got no swag with him. No, he's not charismatic at all. He's just a guy with black eyeballs. Like, again, I like the Easter eggs. They had like so many Easter eggs to Kotal Khan, to the Native American character. I forgot his name right now. They have so many Easter eggs, but that's not enough for me. Sorry, I actually give a crap about MK lore. But this video is long enough. Hope you guys enjoyed the review, man. Let me know what you guys think about the Mortal Kombat 2021 movie. Let me know if I'm overreacting. Maybe I had too much expectations for this, but hey, I don't know. I just don't like the new direction they're trying to make with Liu Kang, all these characters. They're trying too hard. Like, if the wheel's not broken, just go along with the wheel, man. Damn, you got the games. You make movies in the games, and you're not even following them. So, also, just replace Raiden. Replace that nigga, please. So yeah, SonTj, peace. Love you all.